Hola chicos, ahora llegó el tiempo de que ustedes me evalúen a mí. So, idea evaluations. Some of you might have already completed these in other courses or in other semesters. Some of you may have not, but I realize that we don't give you a lot of guidance in terms of, what is the purpose of these or what are the results used for, por ejemplo. So, vamos a ver una presentación. So their purpose is so teachers can refine courses and teaching practices in order to provide students with better learning experiences, right? So what worked for you, what didn't work for you in this class can help us for future courses. And also teachers can reinforce their practices for continued excellence in teaching. So those things that really worked for you, I want to know so I can continue doing them, right, in future classes. ¿Y qué más? And I have used some of the results before. Por ejemplo, students wanted to see more cultural events offered, and I did that. Um, the instructions, I changed the way I used to email students instructions as opposed to posting them on Canvas, and I also changed that. So your suggestions can really help those future students. Okay, so how do we provide helpful and constructive feedback? Well, let me show you comments that would not help me if I saw them on my idea evaluations. She sucks doesn't help me. It doesn't help me because it doesn't tell me why I sucked, right? Why was the course not to your, was not beneficial for you, por ejemplo. She's awesome, likewise does not help me. It doesn't tell me how and which ways. Too much homework doesn't help either, because this doesn't really give me a clear insight of whether the homework just didn't help you with your course objectives, or perhaps you were taking 20 units this semester and had a full-time job and that's why you felt overwhelmed, which would be factors that are outside of my control, right? So then an explanation would be very helpful. Too much work outside of class, again, doesn't give me context. Why am I doing more work in this class than in my major classes? This is a popular claim, but ultimately it's a fallacy, right? Because remember that the US educational system parts from the idea that GE classes are as important as those major classes, and the fact that this was a 4-unit class compared to your traditional 3-unit classes meant that you were going to have more work. And oftentimes, I mean, at least for me, my major classes were the easiest, quote unquote, because I was very invested and very interested in the subject. ¿Qué más? The best teacher at Biola, the worst teacher at Biola, no context, not very helpful. Love, hated your clothes, your hair, your voice. Does not help me. I cannot change for the most part any of that. And then it's not important to my teaching. So, those type of comments wouldn't help. So remember, it's not a place to vent, right? But to provide helpful, constructive criticism in a respectful manner, just as I have been doing throughout the semester, providing you with constructive criticism, I expect the same in return, right? Remember to always be respectful. Even though this is anonymous, ultimately you're not anonymous before God. I say that as a joke, but honestly, just be respectful always whenever providing feedback to anyone in life, I would say. So the class objectives, not all of them are applicable or important to my class. So instructors get to select the objectives that thought they were most important or essential. And the first one for me was developing skill in expressing oneself orally or in writing. So were my methods effective in helping you learn and speak Spanish at a 100 level? Developing knowledge and understanding of diverse perspectives, global awareness, or other cultures. So did the class discussions or the readings and talk abroad conversations and cultural events help you gain a deeper understanding of diverse perspectives in the Hispanic culture? And ones that I marked as important were gaining a basic understanding of the subject, and gaining a broader understanding and appreciation of intellectual cultural activity. Now, for me, for this class, I'm especially interested in knowing um, whether you actually read through everything and completed all the activities, right? As opposed to a face-to-face class when you're in class and I'm able to monitor your progress and monitor the assignments that you're completing or not. In an online class, it's easier to just ignore certain, classwork especially, or certain assignments or certain readings. So I want to know, I'm also interested in knowing that if you completed all the assignments and not just skim through certain material. Okay, okay, chicos. Well, I look forward to your feedback y muchas gracias.